All right, hi there, everyone. Welcome to our monthly Take Action webinar. My name is Keon Bliss. I'm the Communications Coordinator for Move to Amend, and joining me here today is
Renee Babcock. Hi, I'm one of the senior interns for Move to Amend, and I work on the Media and Communications Committee in social media. I help run our Facebook page and our Twitter accounts and all that fun jazz.
Yep. Renee has been a valuable part of our team. She is the social, as she said, she is the social media coordinator. So she and I together are your go-tos for anything social media related if you have questions. Today we're going to be going over how to be a Facebook organizer and activist. So we will talk about how to use Facebook and basically prepare you to really raise public awareness and engage with your local communities. And I noticed that it might be a little hard for you to hear Renee, but Renee will do her best to make sure that she can speak into the microphone. So just bear with us, and if you have any questions in the chat, we will try to get to them towards the end of this webinar. So without further ado, let's go to the first slide. So obviously, webinar orientation participation tips. You should be hearing your audio now, so turn up your computer speakers or use a conference call line. Long distance charges may apply. And like I said before, if you have any questions, type your questions at the chat bar at the bottom. And if you have any technical difficulties viewing the webinar, type your question using the chat bar. And if that isn't enough, by all means, please email support@anymeeting.com to let them know. So today's agenda, we're going to do a quick overview of Move to Amend and also provide an introduction on why Move to Amend uses Facebook, as well as connecting and how to connect and use Facebook and engaging and using those pages that we create. At the end, we'll be answering any questions you might have as well. So, as you know, Move to Amend is a coalition of hundreds of organizations and hundreds of thousands of individuals committed to social and economic justice, ending corporate rule, and building a vibrant democracy that is genuinely accountable to we the people, not the corporate interests. This has been established since the beginning, and it's the heart of what we believe and do in order to create a genuine democracy. We must make clear that constitutional rights belong to human beings only, and that money is not a form of protected speech, so it can be regulated. So, to that end, our goal is to pass the We the People Amendment to make clear that artificial entities, corporations, unions, and nonprofit organizations do not have the same constitutional rights as human beings, and that money is not a form of protected speech, so it can be regulated in elections. It is our intent, too, as well, to provoke discussion and organizing about how to make real the promise of American democracy through a constitutional renewal through this amendment. Our principles and values, we believe in anti-oppression and solidarity organizing, not because it is right, but because we cannot truly create a genuine democracy for all people, regardless of race, sex, or class, until we center and hear the people who are most marginalized and oppressed under the current system that we live in. In order to build the mass movement needed, we need to build a coalition and engage in genuine, authentic movement building. We believe in grassroots organizing in order to do that, because only an authentic movement requires it be built from the ground up. We also are dedicated to political education, which is why we seek to learn from past social justice movements and educate ourselves to their successes and to their lessons that they've learned their failures, and also studying the history of co-optation, because, as point 5 will indicate, we believe in political and economic independence so that we can create these authentic systems that centralize people and are not do not reject the lessons from that history that we're learning. So why do we use social media? For outreach and engagement, we use your personal Facebook. We use our personal Facebook accounts to be online activists, where we connect with and educate our family and friends on the issues that we care about. We also connect with Move to Amend at the national and local level and encourage our networks to join this movement and fight for the amendment. To create a page to be a Facebook organizer, when we create a page to be a Facebook organizer, we're trying to raise local public awareness of our Move to Amend affiliate groups, post about upcoming meetings and events. We share activities, local campaigns, letters to the editor, press coverage, anything really to get us above the fray. Because as we all know, the mainstream media is controlled by 5 to 6 wealthy corporations that control 90% of what we read, watch, and listen to. So through social media, this gives group members an online space to talk and engage. So Facebook 101. You interact with Facebook as yourself. You create one account with your name, and this is your personal profile. You can give or not give as much or as little information about yourself as you like on your personal Facebook profile. And I've just explained this part of the, I just led you into the Facebook 101. I'm going to turn this over to my co-presenter, Renee Babcock, to kind of walk through some of the following images.
Yeah, so can you all hear me better now? All right, so Facebook 101, I'm just going to go over some of the basic features of Facebook, because Facebook is a very it's a very useful tool. It's a very novel tool. We're seeing a lot of human-to-human connection and organizing that's never been seen before in really all of human history. So it's really just an amazing tool, but it's also a very big and very complicated tool. So I'm going to try and strip it down, tell you basically what are the important things to look for and what is more or less some of the clutter you can ignore if you're still getting a little bit used to Facebook and still learning some of the basic features. All right, so this page is your home page. This is the first page you are directed to when you log into Facebook with your personal profile. And this is where a lot of the action happens. For people who like to scroll through Facebook, this is the page that they're on most of the time. And it can be really busy and confusing, so we're going to go through it and I'm going to tell you some of the important things and some things you can ignore. On the left-hand side is that whole big taskbar, and I've just X'd it out. I use Facebook every day for hours, and I pretty much never use that taskbar. I think it's a little bit redundant and unnecessary, considering you can get to all those things in other simpler ways. At the center, you have the big box in the center where you see your profile picture. You can see it's the red box and it says create your own posts here. This is where you can, be yourself on Facebook and create posts, say what's on your mind, share photographs, anything you want. We'll get more into that later, but that's in the center. And then below that is the newsfeed. This is the heart and soul of Facebook and how people see things on Facebook and how they see Move to Amend's posts as well as, posts that you make and other such stuff. It's called the newsfeed, and you scroll down to see posts that are made by your Facebook friends and by pages on Facebook that you quote unquote like. And you can scroll down endlessly, pretty much almost endlessly, and you'll keep on getting new posts to look at from people and from pages. And then across the top, you have that blue bar. This blue bar is my favorite thing. It allows you to get to anywhere in Facebook. Of course, you have the search bar. You search for people that you want to know, or people you know in real life that you want to be Facebook friends with. You search for pages, so businesses, organizations, particularly grassroots and political organizations, are more and more nowadays organizing on Facebook and on social media. So you can go type in, Move to Amend. You can type in the Sierra Club or what have you, and you can find their Facebook pages. And then next to that, you see a red circle, and that has your profile picture, and I'll have your name. And this is mine. I used my Facebook profile to show all these images, so you'll see my little profile picture and my name. If you click on your name or that little square with the picture, that'll take you to your personal profile page on Facebook. Next to that, you have the home button. It's pretty self-explanatory. No matter where you are on Facebook, if you're on your profile page or if you've been searching for people or if you're on an organization's page, all you have to do is click that home and it'll bring you right back here to your home page where you can again scroll in your news feed. And then next to that, we have the green circle. It has 2 people in it. This is where you see your friend requests. So when other people that you may or may not know in real life want to be your friend on Facebook, you'll get a little notification in there. The yellow circle next to it that has the little chat bubbles are where you get your private messages on Facebook. A lot of what Facebook does is, public, especially on the news feed portion, but private messages are just that. That's where you can send, private individual messages to people on Facebook, to your Facebook friends, and also sometimes to pages. Next to that, with the pink circle, you have the little world, and anytime someone interacts with one of your posts that you create on Facebook, you get a notification there. For me, that's the most important notification bubble that gets binged almost daily for people, and that's the one you want to be checking for big updates to see if people are liking or commenting on your posts, and that's where you'll see where engagement can happen and take place. And then next to that, with the other red circle at the end, that's where you can log out, adjust your privacy settings, and then on the far right, they want you to play all those silly little games that I've, again, crossed out. Don't worry about it, completely unnecessary. And then below that is the chat box, and this is where you can, again, also send private messages to your Facebook friends, and it will tell you whether or not your Facebook friends are online with that little green dot at the end next to that person's name and their profile picture. Next, we have your personal profile page. This page is much more simpler to navigate than the home page. The home page tends to be the most complicated page on Facebook. And again, you have that blue bar at the top that follows you all around Facebook. So no matter where you are, you can search for things, you can direct home or to the profile page, and you can check all of your notifications. It's really great. And at the top of your profile page, you have 2 photographs. You have the cover photo, which is that big photograph, and then you have a profile picture, typically where people put their face. Some people, don't feel comfortable with that, and they put, images, maybe an image of their dog or a flower or what have you. That's all up to your personal discretion. I'm not going to ever suggest anyone who doesn't want to give information to Facebook to give information to Facebook. You don't have to do that. Again, the chat box on the right follows you. And again, in the center, we have a place where you can make your own posts. And then below that, we don't have a news feed, but it is a record of all of the posts that you make on Facebook. It is a chronological record for this page, because it's my profile page, it is a chronological record of everything I've ever posted to Facebook, and it is called Someone's Timeline. And once you are friends with someone on Facebook, you can then visit their personal profile page, and you can scroll through on their timeline and be nosy and look at stuff that they posted on Facebook a year ago. All right, now we've talked a bit about a personal profile and a page, like I was saying, with Move to Amend or the Sierra Club or what have you. Organizations and businesses are now engaging on social media. They have what are called pages, while individual people have a profile. And basically how it goes is for Facebook, you have one login, and that's on your personal profile. The pages, which are, the businesses and the organizations, those are managed by individual people using their profiles. So for me, I go onto Facebook as myself, as Renee, and then I am an admin on the Move to Amend page and several other pages as well, where I am able to post things as Move to Amend. All right, next is the page. This is the Move to Amend page. I'm not sure how familiar a lot of you are with it, so I'm going to go over some of the basics on kind of how to see what is going on and what some of the stuff means. So the first thing you want to do when you scroll to a business or organization page that you are interested in is you want to like that page so that that page's posts will show up in your newsfeed back on your home page, and that is that red circle right there with the little thumbs up and the like symbol. So once that thumbs up is all colored in, it says liked with the past tense, you've liked the page. That's the first thing you want to do when you go to a new page that you're interested and you want to see more of. And then the blue sign up button, that's a link to our petition page, and I'm sure most of you have already signed that, so don't get confused and thinking you just sign up for Facebook with that blue button. That is external to Facebook. And then below it with the green box, you can write something as yourself on a page, but it will not appear on the page's timeline. It will appear somewhere else in a section called Visitor Posts, and that'll be on the right-hand bar side once you scroll down. And again, pages have a page timeline where you can scroll down and see everything that that page has posted in chronological order. Lastly, I want to highlight the review option. This is again really handy for businesses and organizations to let people on Facebook, individual profiles, say what they think of it. So you can go on and you can review a page, an organization, a business, and I encourage all of you to do that. And everyone can see it, so people know whether or not you love us or you hate us, or you just love volunteering with us so much that you want to let the whole world know. All right, again, this is still on the Move to Amend Facebook page. This is after I have scrolled downward, and as you can see, some of the stuff follows you when you scroll down the page. On a organization page, all that stuff on the left-hand side follows you, and you see different categories of things on the right-hand side. There are multiple things. You can explore them. One of the big things is what I've highlighted in green, which are the visitor posts. Again, if you want to write something on an organization's page, it's not going to show up in their timeline. It's going to show up in the visitor posts. And we get some of those at Move to Amend, and they're pretty interesting. People writing into us, either telling us their idea or opinion, or sharing something that's relevant or related in the news or in the democracy movement. And you can always look at visitor posts, see what other people are thinking and sharing, and engage that way.
So actively engaging with the page is really simple. You can either like and invite your friends to like the Move to Amend page. You can also just review the page, as Renee mentioned, letting other people know your thoughts and experiences with Move to Amend. You can just either choose the number of stars that you want to review it, and you can include a comment with that. So that's how you add your reviews. And then posting the page as yourself, as Renee mentioned, sharing your Move to Amend related news with others is a great way of reaching out and raising awareness about your local affiliates' activities. And you can do that easily on the Move to Amend national Facebook page. So feel free to use that as much as you need. And then key way of engaging with people is to share, like, and comment on Move to Amend page posts. It's the most effective tool for engagement. So sharing and liking and commenting on Facebook, sharing a post involves the post, will have the post show up on your timeline and in your Facebook friends' news feeds. When they like or react to the post, the post will appear in other people's Facebook pages and friends' news feeds as well. Commenting on the post, it'll give your input, add some information, or answer another person's questions. As you can see where the like button is, all you have to do is hold down the like button and it'll give you several options from loving the post to being angry at the post or at its content. Either reaction is fine typically. And then when you click on the share option, you'll get a box where you can either share now or you can share it with a message, with a personal comment to that message, or you're able to send it to a friend's timeline or as a message to them, just to kind of nudge them and point them in Move to Men's direction. So just an example of actively engaging. You can see here, this is a post that we have made earlier this year, where you can see how many people have liked it. We had over 1,000 likes, just sharing a link to the Move to Men petition, which is a great way of boosting our petition signatures. I want to point to you the number of shares that we had, 490 for this post. And you notice that when we're comparing likes, only 465 people actually liked the post on Move to Men's Facebook page. But when we look at the number of people who liked it on shares, it was actually higher, 602. And that was just from 490 shares. And this is how we increase the awareness, and the more people who are liking and sharing the post, the more people that it's reaching, which is why we reach over 25,000 people, nearly 26,000. And it doesn't matter if, based on the reactions, it all builds up. So definitely is important to be sharing our posts when they come up and they are relevant to your group's activities. Another example here too, you can see that this is an article as opposed to a link directly to our Facebook page. Articles are a great way of connecting the nature, like current issues that are happening today, current news events, with the nature of corporate rule and Move to Amend issues. So this post involved the big pharmaceutical CEO from Mylan giving herself an $18 million raise after hiking the EpiPen prices. And that connects with the nature of corporate rule, being that because the pharmaceutical industry has such a big lobby, they can get away with acts like this with basic impunity without any real punishment. And notice how on the post itself, there are only 238 likes, and 198 were on that post. It still received over 1,001 shares and ended up reaching a total of 100,000 people. So even if there aren't that many likes, shares itself can get into it. And as you can see, a lot of people were angry at this post, not because of the fact that we posted it, but because of the content of the article. It's a really good way of getting people fired up. And here is another example where we actually share a meme image. Now, sharing articles and posts from the Move to Men Facebook page is all good, and it gets really good reach, especially depending on the content of the article. But memes and photos and images are generally the best way of getting people to engage and take notice of what Move to Amend is doing. They're easy to read. It's a simple comment where, join the movement to amend, and it includes a link directly to our petition. If you're curious as to why it says bit.ly instead of movetoamend.org/motion, basically it is to shorten the link and make it easier so that when people want to tweet out images where it's lit, where the posting or the character limit is much smaller than it would be on Facebook. It makes it easier to share those links along with a short comment. But as you can see, it reached over almost 50,000 people and got over 2,000 likes, most of them, again, being just from shares alone. So it's really important that we are sharing our post, not just between Move to Amend National, but also within other groups. There are plenty of states that have multiple active local affiliates that you'll want to share posts between. That's a great way of boosting the statewide presence as opposed to just focusing on your local groups. So, what is your game plan? When we're making posts to Facebook, it's important that we kind of define what success looks like to you. So important to that end is to define a goal. What do you want to say with your post, and why are you posting what you're posting? Consider who your audience is. Who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to reach a specific age group? Speak to a member of a particular race or class or religion, or even just focus on your location. Keep it local and talk about current events related to what your local affiliate is doing that matter. And then it's important too to think about your message. How is it relevant to the goals that you're trying to do with your local affiliate group? How does it speak to the goal that you set out just for that one post? And it should be in every affiliate organizer's mind that you're raising awareness means to connect the dots between current events happening now and the nature of corporate rule, corporate personhood, and money in politics. And then another important part of this plan is to engage, where you as a page manager actually respond to comments and answer questions from people who may be learning about Move to Men for the first time. So it's best to put that foot forward and let them know, hey, there's a person actually involved with this group. This isn't just an automated image or just a throwaway page that they can ignore. People will actually engage them. So that's why that is important.
All right, now we're going to go through a pretty simple and quick, easy slash and burn guide to creating your own posts, because that's where kind of the meat of engaging online is creating your own posts, like we went over in the previous slide with the game plan, kind of thinking about it beforehand. And it can seem like a daunting thing, like, wow, all these people are so good at posting these images and stuff, and it's really not that hard. I've basically taught myself in the past year working with Move to Men. So here are some basic introductory tips to increase engagement and visibility for your posts, and to have people, kind of connect to them. Because, if you post like a really eloquent and passionate speech, but it's just a giant block of text, most people aren't going to take the time to read that. So you want to make sure that you're catching people's eyes. So short visual posts, even articles that you want to share are great, and oftentimes they are going to have an image that goes along with it that's going to catch the audience's eye to that article. Also a post description, you can say something short or catchy, or try to be witty, or make it a little easy joke. It should be short, easy to read, and kind of again to kind of connect the dots between whatever the post or the article is and your opinion and your perspective on it. And lastly, to kind of just be creative, think outside of the box. What we're doing is pretty heavy work sometimes. The state of the world and all of that, it can be pretty daunting affair. So don't be afraid to share a joke, or a song, a video, anything that you can think of that you think kind of drives a point home or fits into your game plan, especially stuff that you guys make at the summit. I saw some really great, videos and stuff that local affiliates are doing that really inspired me. So, don't be afraid to share all that stuff on Facebook. Okay, so how to create your own post. Again, this is the post box. We saw it at the top, kind of in the center of your homepage and your personal profile page. You can use either of those to create your posts, whichever you're more comfortable with, or maybe whichever page you happen to be on at the time. All right, for this example, I wanted to share a article that's about something called greenwashing, where corporations, are like, oh, people like things that are sustainable and all natural. So they'll label their products as sustainable or all natural, but they actually aren't because they don't carry any legal weight, and they basically get away with lying to us so that we will buy their stuff and they will make more money. So first you want to insert the URL link into that white box. And for an article, when you do that, a little bubble will pop up that shows the title, and it will have an image along with it. Or if you're just, sharing internet content, it'll have the whole image, or at the top, it says that video/photo. Right there, you can upload your own photos and videos that are on your computer, and that's a very simple, easy upload that comes up. All right, next thing you want to do, especially with URLs, I think a lot of people tend to find, stuff on the internet that they want to share. So once, like I said, that big block at the bottom, once that pops up, you can delete the really big, messy URL in the box, and the article will stay. And that article box with the image is then the link. You can click on that and it'll take you right there. So again, just deleting the big, long, messy URL link is really important to just being, clear and visible and not muddying people down with a lot of type and text that they might ignore. And then next part is, like I was saying, write a short description. There are things we can utilize to help get further engagements called, hashtags and mentions. I'm going to get into those a little bit later. I kind of just tried to write something, fast and quippy, how, unethical it is that corporations blatantly lie to us, and, they often hide behind their First Amendment rights because it's like, oh no, it's not fraud. We're just saying what we want to say. And then I'm all ready. I've got my article. It has a nice little image. I have some nice little quippy opinions about it, and now I can post it. But first I want to see who it's going to go out to. Right now, you see that red box at the bottom. This post is only going to be seen by my Facebook friends. So if I want it to have an increased engagement, I can change it to being seen publicly. I can either have it be seen only by my Facebook friends, or it can be public. So people who are not my friends on Facebook can see that. And that's a personal decision that you can make. If you, don't mind it being public, then I encourage you all to do that. But if you're a bit more cautious and wary and want to keep things within people on Facebook, then go ahead and do that. And that's how you change that. And then you click the blue little post, and you can see right there, I changed this one to public. All right, and again, creating your own posts, utilizing something called hashtags. These used to confuse me too, so don't worry about it. Basically, a hashtag is the pound sign that turns any word or group of words that directly follow it into a searchable link. This allows people to organize content and track discussion topics based on those keywords. By clicking on a Facebook hashtag that's highlighted, it will take you to a list of posts containing that same hashtag. That's one of the reasons why, if you feel comfortable with it, you should have your posts be public, because then people who aren't your friend on Facebook, they click on a hashtag and you've used that hashtag, they will see your post, and that's increasing outreach, and it's increasing people who are seeing and looking at this stuff. Again, like I said, the results are not limited to people below are a bunch of the hashtags that we at Move to Amend use. You guys can use these as you see fit. Obviously, do it where it's appropriate. So if I'm talking about, let's say, something that has to do with corporate rule, I'd use hashtag corporate rule. Or if I'm talking specifically about an example of corporate constitutional rights, I'm probably going to use the hashtag end of corporate personhood. One thing I do want to comment on is the hashtag of get money out. This is used a lot in the larger democracy movement. by many organizations that support Overturning Citizens United, but that do not yet have language that will abolish all corporate constitutional rights. Move to Amend is really the only organization that's fully committed to an amendment that abolishes all corporate constitutional rights. So that's something that we try to talk about a lot, just because we're one of the only voices out there talking about corporate constitutional rights directly, not just the get money out. So just be aware for when you are using that and looking maybe at other people or other posts that use the hashtag get money out. If you find a way where someone used hashtag get money out and you can find a way to connect it to corporate constitutional rights, that's always a hugely amazing thing. Okay, and the next thing you can do is you can mention people, or you can mention a page in your post. When you mention a person in a page, it creates a link, and when you click on it, it will go to the person's page or to that profile. And again, I have the descriptions of how to do that. I'm going to do it for a page. So to mention a page in a post or comment, you type the @ symbol and then the page's name. And when you do that, a drop-down bar will appear automatically, and you select the correct name from the list that appears. So with Move to Amend, it's really simple. You just do the @ symbol, and then you type in Move to Amend, and will pop right up in the search bar, and you click on it, and there you go. You have a link to the Move to Amend page in your post. This is another great way to help with outreach and engagement. All right, so here are some post examples that highlight some of the things I've been talking about. This one right here, I used the mention feature at the top, Move to Amend. You can see that text is blue, so that's a link. If you take your cursor there and you click on it, it'll take you to the Move to Amend page. So, people who I'm friends with maybe don't know much about it, they'll see that and they can click on it. It takes them right there. It's a great feature. And I posted something that's short and it's visual. Corporations are not people, money is not speech. It's really nice and catchy. And then we talked about earlier, engaging with people in the comments. I had a friend who asked a question about it, so I went in and I answered their question. Again, helping to really engage with people and be really proactive about it. All right, this next one, I shared a Move to Amend event, and it's an event that isn't where I currently live, but it's relevant to my Facebook network. I have a lot of Facebook friends who live in Los Angeles. So again, we were talking about audience. Who am I trying to reach? For this one, it's like, all right, I wanted to reach a bunch of people in Los Angeles. And the description I put for it is short and catchy, and it's relevant to current events. I put, for my LA friends interested in continuing the political revolution. This was right at the time that Bernie Sanders, it was apparent he wasn't going to win the nomination, and everyone was really upset and sad about it. So this was my way of trying to connect to my friends in LA who were inspired by the Bernie Sanders movement to help them to continue to engage in the democracy movement. And this is also something that's going to help with the promoting a local affiliate. Again, we want to encourage you guys all to connect with other local affiliates through social media. And a way to do that is by being able to highlight other affiliate, events and things that they're doing. Next example, I shared something from the Move to Amend page. That was something Keon was talking about with engaging with the Move to Amend page. And we were saying, sharing stuff is how we get the outreach and how we get, a big audience to see our stuff. And I decided that, instead of doing a quick share, I wanted to add my own comments. I used a bunch of hashtags, and I even put the Move to Amend website. I'm, giving people a chance to engage. I'm giving people an action they can take rather than just being upset about, the state of our democracy. I'm giving them something that they can do. They can go check out our website and get involved with the movement and, again, help trying to bring people in. All right, this one goes under the category of trying to be original or creative. This was a picture that I took. It's a little figurine I have in my room, and it's, pop culture, it's Sailor Moon. She has just perfect color coordination with our Move to Amend button. And this is something that, again, speaks to a certain audience. It connects with people my age who recognize that pop culture icon. And again, it's short, it's super visual, and again, a great way to just have fun with it. I again mentioned Move to Amend. You can see the Move to Amend is blue. And when you do this as well, when you mention Move to Amend in your post, it will then automatically put it in the visitor post. So a random person who goes to the Move to Amend page can then go to the visitor posts, and they'll see my Sailor Moon thing. And maybe if it's someone my age, they'll be like, oh, people my age, care about this issue. Like, maybe I want to care more about it, or get involved, or sign the petition, or, whatever. And again, these are all very specific to your guys' experiences, your guys' networks, and it's, unique for everyone, which is another amazing thing about Facebook.
So creating a Move to Amend affiliate Facebook page is really on you as organizers of your local affiliate. Your first step before you create the page, it will be to read and sign the affiliate memorandum of understanding. Please remember, when you create your Facebook page and other social media accounts, Move to Amend's national team needs to have administrative access as soon as the account is open, including the ability to close that account. We don't need this so that we can edit posts for content. We promise that we will not do any of that. Our purpose is to ensure that that all of our posts are reflective of Move to Amend's positions, and that accounts can be closed should an affiliate become inactive or disaffiliated for any reason. Please remember, you are the local representative, the local face of Move to Amend, so it's important that we're all on the same page and sharing the same content, and that our content remains strictly nonpartisan. The next step will be for all new affiliates. The next step, of course, too, will be when your group is ready to take that step to set up that page, email affiliate-support@movetoamend.org so that we know. And then once we give you the Facebook page, since there are many affiliates who have created pages, and we have access to at least a few of them, but sometimes we will actually create these pages for you. It's important to add a link to your movetoamend.org affiliate page as well. That's so that the website is linked directly to your Facebook page, and that your page can be your Facebook page can be viewed from your affiliate page. And of course, use the page to engage. So that means following the post that you're posting, and then following any comments from folks who are interested in learning more, or simply have a question about what Move to Amend does, or our issues or activities. And using a Facebook page is a great way, of course, to promote your local affiliate group. But that is always in addition to updating your affiliate page on the Move to Amend website. Using a Facebook page should never be done in place of posting events, any press coverage, or any articles that might be written, letters to the editor sorts on the Move to Amend affiliate page. That one comes first. In your affiliate, and as I mentioned earlier, your Move to Amend affiliate page actually updates updates can then go to Facebook. So you're basically driving content to your Move to Amend affiliate page on the website, in addition to raising awareness and increasing your reach on Facebook. So there's nothing wrong with sharing back and forth. It definitely works. So how do we raise awareness? We've been saying it from the beginning. Create Facebook events. Monthly affiliate meetings and other affiliate events can be shared online easily, and that's a great way of letting people know when you're going to be tabling at any county fairs, where you'll be marching in a parade. A lot of our affiliates like to participate in local 4th of July parades, Harvest Festival parades, you name it. And then public speaking events as well, protest rallies that you'll be attending at. Anywhere your affiliate is gathering to do work, you should have a Facebook event so that you can share that out, and also that your supporters and members of the affiliate can share that out with their friends and neighbors, boosting the reach that your local affiliate has. Next is you can post about your local group's activity. For example, when you do attend events, it's important that you'll be taking pictures so that you can share them on social media. So whenever you're tabling, protesting, or a parade, it's good to have at least one photo to show that, hey, we were there and we'll be back there in the future. News of a local ballot initiative or local resolutions are also important. And then any affiliate press coverage. So if you have a local interview with a radio station or public access station or a letter to the editor, posting it up online is a great way of driving the traffic, or of driving traffic to your page and boosting your local group's profile. Another thing to remember too about affiliate press coverage, you can also add that to the website, and then once you add it to the website, it'll be under the affiliate press cover part on the affiliate page, and you can share that link, which will inadvertently drive traffic to the website. So you're basically taking two birds with one stone and driving your awareness to the website and to your group's activities. Then next, sharing your posts and photos from Move to Men National and of local groups. Please remember, if there's one thing to take away from this, sharing posts boosts reach and engagement. So the next step is just take action. So if you haven't already, it's important that you follow Move to Amend on our social media accounts. We have our Facebook link there, Move to Amend. We also have a Twitter account. We're at Move to Amend, which is important to follow, and we will likely have a webinar here on how to use Twitter in the future. We also have a Google Plus page, and the URL right now is kind of long, and Google Plus doesn't have the same functionality as Facebook and Twitter, so it's not as active, but still important, and it's another avenue to reach. So if you have a Gmail account, you can actually create a Google Plus page for your local affiliate easily enough. And since every local affiliate has a Gmail account for their group, you can do this just the same as Move to Amend does. It's easy enough to search Move to Amend on Google Plus. And then help your local affiliate or group start and maintain their social media accounts. So if you have knowledge or information on how to use Facebook, Twitter, or any of these things, please step up for your group and kind of take action to help maintain them. It doesn't have to all fall to just one person or be designated to somebody. It's really a team effort. And of course, share your public events on Facebook and Twitter. Can't emphasize that enough. So that concludes our webinar. Are there any questions from folks who have attended? I'm not seeing anything in the chat, so you can simply type. All you have to do is type in the chat any questions that you might have, and we will do our best to answer them. We may try to do a screen share, but I did have some trouble getting it to work earlier, but we'll do our best. And of course, if you have a question that comes up too that isn't covered here, feel free to call the national office anytime, 916-318-8040, and you can get in touch with me or Renee, and we'd be happy to work with you for any technical issues that you might have. I'm noticing here a question. Is there a way for Move to Amend to share some of the longer cover pics for the page? Good question. If you actually click on the cover image on Move to Amend's Facebook page, it'll actually show the image in the profile, and then at the bottom there will actually be a button called Options. just click on that and you can actually download the image for yourself. If you need us to show you that, I can. If you need us to show you how to do that, I'd be happy to work with you offline. It doesn't seem like the share button is working at the moment, but yes, we'd be happy to help you if you have any trouble with that. Just click on the image and then click on options and click download. And then there's a question, could we speak to the posts that should be removed? Some of you might deal with a lot of spammers and people posting partisan posts. That is understandable. Yes, on your Facebook page, on your affiliate's Facebook page, if you have admin access, you can remove certain posts that are problematic or don't pertain to anything in particular. Move to Amend National actually has that problem quite frequently, so we tend to keep track of who's posting and what, but usually let's respect people's right to free speech, even if we disagree with it. Just make sure that the posts that you post on your timeline are relevant to Move to Amend issues.
All right, I'm going to take the next one that they had. I know how to post the cover pic, but it's hard to find the right size that fits. Yes, for the cover photos, they tend to be very long and narrow, and when you can upload any size picture, even if it has different dimensions and ratios, and then when you're selecting the cover photo, it will let you drag the image around to try and to best center it in the middle, but I agree that can sometimes be tricky. The only really way around that is to just experiment, try uploading photos, try wiggling them around, see if you can get it to look okay within the proportions that Facebook gives you. If you're having a tough time, I would recommend going to the Move to Amend Facebook page. You can always use our cover photo, or you saw that image that I had, one of the examples that the corporations are not people, money is not speech. That's an example of an image that's longer horizontally, so it fits in the cover picture. But that's just that. Yeah, the cover photo dimensions is just one of the limitations of Facebook. I have a hard time with that as well, finding ones that fit in okay.
Are there any other questions before we wrap up? Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions, so feel free to call us again and at the national office in case you have any other questions or need help figuring any of this out. We were happy to help. Thank you all so much for joining us for this webinar cast. You can find this at movetoamend.org/toolkit/webinars for all of our previous webinar episodes. And of course, go to movetoamend.org/webinars to take a look at the upcoming ones. We will be having another webinar next August. I'm not sure exactly of the topic yet, but we will send out a message and include that on the webinar page once it's ready. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. It was great.